welcome to the News English online radio and television station. Here comes our news today. The Vietnam-EU Free Trade Agreement (EVFTA) is in the process of internal ratification for official entry into force to reorganize opportunities and challenges for Vietnam's financial services telecommunications sector from EVFTA. The Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry (VCCI) October 23rd organized a seminar EVFTA and Vietnam's finance telecommunications industry. According to the speakers, financial services, banking, insurance, securities, and telecommunications services are service groups with significant commitments in EVFTA in the direction of opening Vietnam's market at higher than WTO commitments, setting many minimum standards in state management for these services. Meanwhile, the EU is a strong partner in financial services and telecommunications. Therefore, EVFTA is forecasted to have a significant impact on the future of Vietnam's financial and telecommunications market. There is the demand for financial services increasing with the growth of production. Business and import-export activities to take advantage of the preferential tariff opportunities in EVFTA. However, the competitive pressure from foreign financial service providers in Vietnam market is increasing. The demand for credit services is getting higher and higher, not stopping at the price but requiring a rich level of service. The quality of service will be challenging. The People's Army newspaper, the General Department of Politics of the Vietnam People's Army, and the Vietnam Association of Volunteers and Experts in Laos organized the 7 Years of Love and Affection talk show. Implementing alcohol's teachings, helping your friend is helping yourself, in the spirit of voluntarily fulfilling the noble international obligation with the support and affection of the people of the Lao tribes. Volunteers and Vietnamese experts in Laos have made great contributions to successfully completing the mission. Together with the army and the Lao people completely won the 2 wars of resistance against France and the U.S. invasion. With military speeches from Revolutionary Veteran Congress, representatives of the authorities inside and outside the military, of Lao friends working and studying in Vietnam, confirmed the necessity of Vietnam-Laos-Cambodia fighting alliance in general, Vietnam-Laos in particular in the fight against common enemies. At the same time is the shared desire of the peoples of the 3 countries on the Indo-Chinese peninsula. The discussion has contributed to confirming the achievements of the country, the great contribution of Vietnamese volunteers and experts in Laos to the revolutionary cause of the 2 parties and people of the 2 countries. In a speech at the White House on October 23rd, U.S. President Donald Trump said he would lift the sanctions imposed on Ankara after Turkey launched an offensive campaign against Kurdish forces in Syria from October 9th. President Trump said the Turkish government has announced it will stop the offensive in Syria and the ceasefire will be in effect for long. Therefore, I have informed the Ministry of Finance to remove all punishment imposed from October 14th. He added, punishment will be lifted unless something special happens that we are not satisfied with. The Treasury Department's website also confirms the lifting of sanctions imposed to Turkey's Ministry of Defense and the Ministry of Energy. Meanwhile, U.S. Special Envoy to Syria James Jeffrey said more than 100 prisoners were IS fighters who escaped from Syria after Turkey launched a military operation in the Middle Eastern country. On the same day, Iraqi Prime Minister Abdul Mahdi said that U.S. troops withdrawing from northeastern Syria and moving into Iraq would not be allowed to stay in his country. Following the proposal of the President of the European Commission, Donald Tusk, about extending the Brexit to the United Kingdom, 27 member states of the European Union (EU) have basically agreed, but have not agreed on how long to extend. After a 90-minute meeting on October 23rd in Brussels, the 27 EU member states allowed the UK to extend Brexit again, to avoid a no-deal Brexit scenario that could take place on October 31st. However, The EU has not yet agreed on how long the UK will stand. The decision will be made as early as October the 25th, and in the event of a conflict that is too complicated. It is not ruled out that the EU will have to hold a new summit next week to make a decision. Meanwhile, the British government's Prime Minister Boris Johnson has issued a warning that if the EU extends Brexit for another 3 months, the British government can expedite the early election. That's all for news English for today. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.